So this is an exploration of the magnifier application on the PC built in. To find that magnifier, you could go down here into the search bar and just search for magnifier. Find that magnifier app and open it up. Currently, I have the magnification set at 100%, so it's just a one-to-one thing. So that's not changing the look at all. For today's exploration, I'm just looking at this website, just did a little searching on the internet, found a website from Oklahoma Able Tech that has some information about different math assistive technology, which is an area of interest to me. So I'm just looking at that through this magnifying lens. So if we go up, you can adjust the magnification by on this magnifier bar, which can be moved anywhere on your screen. I'm leaving it up here at the top. As you use the magnifier and move around the screen, you can go from the top to the bottom, left to right. It will keep you, it won't let you go past the edges of what you would get at 100%. But sometimes as you zoom in more and more, it gets a little, with each zoom in, with each magnification increase, it becomes a little more difficult, or sometimes a lot more difficult, to sort of figure out where you are on the page. Tracking the text from left to right is one way to sort of keep on pace, keep on track of where you are. Let's look at this. If I zoom in at 200%, it's clear, it's easy to follow still. We were reading this paragraph here that starts out with who needs AT to help with math. It's easy to do going from left to right, just like you would read anything. Let's go back up to the top and increase our magnification and take a look and see what are our options. You see, I'm already having some challenges finding that bar. It's a little bit higher. Okay, so at 300%, this will go on up all the way to as high as 1600. At 1600, you'll notice the letters become pretty pixelated, not quite as clear. Still, though, because of the size, would be much easier for someone to read who otherwise couldn't see smaller letters than this. But it would be a challenge to track, to make sure that you're really tracking left to right really well as you read, because you're not going to get much more than a line in your frame at any one moment. So I'm going to go back and lower the magnification a little bit, because for me, I find this difficult to figure out where I am exactly within the site. So following my just trying to get back over to my magnifying bar, just to change my settings. Alright, I found it. So I want to shrink it down a little bit. Just going to use that subtraction button, and I'm bringing it down to 1,000, 900, 800, 700, 600. Well, how about we stay with 500 just to see how that is. So when you run into areas on the web page, this particular web page that we're looking at, which are like white areas, you can kind of get lost a little bit because nothing else is appearing in that screen. So to the extent that you're able, I would try to find, if you want to experiment with this, find pages that have more crowded content so you can help keep track of this while you're just playing around with it. And that is how that works. Let me get back up there and shrink it back down to a normal look so that we can explore anything that we need to. Trying to track with my mouse and make sure I'm going in the correct direction. This does take some getting used to. So I can imagine that everybody should be on. Let me find my taskbar. I've got my magnification, and I'm also looking for my recording button. So I've lost a couple of things in this blow up of zooming in on here. I believe I was up here. I found my magnification bar, so that's good. So let me turn that down a little bit so I can find my other pieces. Now I got it down to 200, and I keep trying to push the entire page with my mouse rather than just sort of scrolling down to where that edge is. So I don't know what happened to my recording. I believe I'm going to go back up and change this to 100%. I am a little challenged on this in getting to the right spot. I must admit. There we are. There it is. And there we are. And that is how the magnification function works. It's helpful to people who otherwise can't see it at a smaller size, but it is challenging to use.